Good afternoon and welcome to Rundlii Gaming again. We actually had to restart our game on Starbound, mostly due to a reset that was done by Starbound itself. So pretty much, I've been playing my new character for a little while, so I didn't actually record up to this point, but what I'm doing is actually going to show you where I've kind of basically I've been doing a lot of random things with him. So this is my ship currently, just random stuff that I've kind of collected, mostly storage space, and a bed there. Some things you can see from what I'm wearing here. I found this neat little item, which was a lantern stick, which is something you can actually do through crafting. These other pieces of equipment, like the scavenger helmet, is the gear that I was wearing prior to the reset. Then I made some silver equipment, which was something I could attach on top of my current equipment. So nothing too much different from there. It just takes a lot more silver, but it's very similar to the scavenger equipment. Otherwise, I will probably just go down to the base itself. So, when I was exploring, there was different things on this particular planet. One was the Apex, I believe they're called, which is like an ape tribe. Hence why you see like the banana posters and Big Ape is all-seeing. And some other things. There's like also a brain in a jar here. And different things like that. So I mean, and then there was like another tribe that was here as well, so I collected some stuff off of them as well. And then some lockers, which is just really good storage space since they're much smaller, but I believe they also have 16 space like a lot of your others. As far as some new items I collected, I did get a new sword, as you can see here. Basically, whenever you attack, it shoots out a bunch of bubbles there, which has been very useful since I actually found it pretty early on. Just recently I found this, which is like a small laser gun thing. And this is my little mining tunnel that I've been working on. So I haven't really mined it completely out. I just kind of come down here every so often to and as you can see too, there are different creatures on this one, so that is a little bit different from like my previous save, where a lot of the creatures looked a particular way. These ones actually look a little bit different. So a lot of them actually act a little bit different as well. They either have different powers or things of that sort. And these are hostile as well. And basically what this lantern does on my back is that I can see a little bit around me. It's not very bright though, but just a little bit of area around my character there. As you can see, it's pretty far as the mining goes. So I should be almost there. I think those are hostile too. Well, if they weren't hostile before, I think I just made them hostile. Probably cut this off too. I hit it every time I come down here. Wait. Yeah, like, see, the gun itself is pretty much just a very good, basically like quick version of the bow. I believe these were friendly. Yep. That one I know is hostile. As you can see, I didn't really cut this very, very well. Mostly due to the fact that it is extremely difficult to cut through. That's why you can actually see a bunch of mineral veins all over the place. And that I haven't actually went to, because for the most part, this stuff is very, very difficult to cut through. Pretty much I'm just making some stairs here. And so this is pretty much the center of the planet, which is what I actually dug all the way down to. And it actually does have an actual bottom. Though I don't necessarily want to climb all the way back up, so I'm going to see what this actually does if I were to... if I dig down. I'm guessing it'll probably kill my character, but... Yep. And then there's one more big thing I'll probably show you before I actually end this video. Well, there might be one other thing too. No, fact, I could probably just show you if I were to get... Because what I may do is get a beacon. I don't really need to defeat these guys again or anything, but I figured, hey, why not? So let's grab... We need copper, iron, silver. I think we're probably out of wood, so let's get some wood. Alright, so we need copper, which I believe I have some ore. So let's go ahead and smelt the ore. Four, 5, 6, 7, 8. I took this one extra, so it's like a placeholder. Alright, so let's go and put down the beacon. Basically what I use this for is to fight against the UFO. Like if I want to come over here, I can... It allows me to more easily defeat them. You can actually use a bow for this as well. It's kind of a cheesy way of doing it, but that's fine. And the reason I'm using the material that I am out there is the fact that it's really, really hard to cut. And since it's pretty hard to cut, it makes it a little bit more difficult for him to break as well. Because originally I used a bunch of cobblestone, which ended up being a pretty major mess. Because basically he would come flying down and then just destroy it. And then I would have to sit there and keep rebuilding it over and over. There we go. Pretty much the easy way to take down UFOs. Like I said, you could use a bow for it. You just want some sort of strong material for this. What I might do is I might throw like one more layer on top of each of these sides. It'll probably end up being about 6 thick. Because he's broken the side once before, but for the most part. It's pretty difficult to do with like granite or any kind of obsidian or anything. Otherwise, if you were to try to use like a lighter material, I would probably go about 8 or 9 thick, possibly. I don't know, I haven't really tried it. I used about 4 or 5 thick the first time I played through with cobblestone, and it was really, really a mess. Because basically I got the cobblestone from down here as I was mining stuff up. I guess the last thing I will show is we're going to go to one of our new planets. This is actually the planet that I'm on now, which is different from the one I was at just now. So let's warp to planet. Yeah, so this is like a small laboratory of the Apex group. And one thing you'll notice too is that gravity is obviously very different here. Like if I jump, I go much, much further up. The terrain's actually a little bit different too. The monsters will all be a little bit different. One thing I realized as I was exploring, it seems like the planet I was on is not nearly as hostile as a lot of the ones I went to later. And I can assure you that usually fighting on low gravity is a little bit difficult. Because I'm going to show you one more thing here. Because you'll see that white planet in the back, which is a ice planet.